Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the Mariners, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyle. I said, I am. So I know because we got 130. I said I am. I'm gonna put it up there. Now one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with you.
Rocket, cold.
But look who they said that was Crockett. You got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Been attacking our whole nationality, so it ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding him up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't.
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to I said, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, are they trying to use stuff for content? I said, she gave it to me. But this what I had wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video, and he was talking about like in Chicago when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides. But these was the ones that the Democrats had. Remember when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I can't. I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull. Good morning.
Good morning.
Buttons.
Oh, man. Oh, my bad. I didn't come in. I was looking at something on the backside, family. I'm gonna get y'all something real quick. Give y'all something real quick. Just a thought. It's just a quote. It's just a quote. It's just a quote. I'll come back over here. Let me say, y'all, you see that family? Say, here's a thought for you. Here's a thought for you to ignore. You wouldn't have to tell people you were a Christian all the time if you actually acted like one. Some of the time. You heard? I just wanted to put that up there. But let me give my good morning. H. Sprague, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. The lovely Cassandra Scott. The lovely Deborah O'Neill in the building. Thank you for tapping in. Salty Chef, what it do, good brother? And thank you for the Saskatchewan merch. You heard? Jamar McKenzie, thank you for tapping in. Georgia Boy, top of the morning to you. Debbie Clark, one half of the Wonder Twins. The lovely Denise is in the building. Dreamer, how you doing? Thank you for tapping in. I ain't going. I wouldn't let you go nowhere. Asaya Quill, how you doing? And that's AKA Mama Quill. Let them know, Dreamer. Y'all hit that like button on your way in. The lovely Mrs. Gladys is in the building. And Denise with that $10 super sticker. You know, that's that Georgia love. You heard? Andre Holland, how you doing? And facts on that, the lovely Debbie Clark. She let me know that was a fact. I like to spell it F-A-C-K. How you doing? The lovely Jazzy Melody in the building. The lovely Luana Terry in the building. We got the beautiful Sherry Allen. How you doing, beloved? Concrete Jungle, what it do? Terry Nixon, how you doing, beloved? And happy birthday to you. Ain't today your birthday, Terry Nixon? If I'm not mistaken. Happy birthday. Felicia Martinez, that's that New Jersey love, you heard? Thank you for tapping in. Christine Chandler, good morning, beloved. Let me get this right here together. Let me get this. I got another quote for you. I don't just wanna overload y'all with them like that. I just seen some stuff that I thought was highly intellectual, some thought provoking. I thought it was thought provoking. Here go another one. Here go another one. I thought this was another thought provoking one. From Voltaire himself. He says, if you want to know who controls you, look at who you are not allowed to criticize. Can y'all see that, family? If you want to know who controls you, look at who you are not allowed to criticize. And that's coming from Voltaire. Oh, hey, Bump family, y'all got to get a lovely Terry Nixon a happy birthday. It's her birthday today, family. Happy born day to the lovely Terry Nixon. Ron Haywood, how you doing? Thank you for tapping in. The lovely Queen Anifa is in the building. That's what I'm saying. That's all you got to know, who controlling it. What you feel about that, Terry? I mean, Trevor, I'm about to call you. I saw LaWanna Terry name pop up. How you feel about that? That quote.
Voltaire was born and alive around the time of the French Revolution. People are getting beheaded left and right for criticizing the wrong people. Hell, they're getting criticized for calling each other Monsieur and Madame. They went all the way with it. It was citizen was the proper term. You call each other citizen. So if you reverted to Monsieur or Madame, you lost your head. Like, he was living in a time.
Hey, but that quote still reigns supreme.
Go to China and say something about Xi Jinping or Xi Jinping.
And you out of there?
President. Oh no, they will revoke your visa and then charge you as an illegal immigrant because your visa has been revoked, and you will spend 10 to 15 years in a Chinese prison.
Ooh, that's diabolical.
They did that to a Australian reporter, I want to say about a decade ago.
Ain't no way I'd be over in their country talking shit. See,
No.
Miss Gladys Williams, excuse my French people, I didn't mean to let that slip out. Here's another one. People think just because they go to and sit at a brick church, they're Christians. Tell them again, Miss Gladys.
That one drives me nuts.
In the building. Thank you for tapping in.
She's absolutely right. I mean, just because you go to a church, don't make you religious, don't make you a Christian, don't make you a good person. I mean, we've seen Neely. That man's about as Christian as Satanic Bible, I tell you what. So, sorry, I'm just waking. Like, I rolled out of bed, threw on a shirt, threw some water in my hair, brushed my teeth, and came right to my computer. I am not fully awake yet.
No, I feel you. Listen, man, I've been a little hurt. After my boys lost last night, I was out of it. Detroit put me to sleep. Jimmy coming in from Boston, thank you for tapping in. Kenneth in the building, thank you for tapping in. Tony Terry, what's up from Miami-Dade County? You heard? From 305.
Yeah, my day yesterday
tapping in
consisted of wake up, work out, go up to Georgia, get cigarettes, catch like 5 minutes of the Detroit game. They were up against Minnesota 0-7. Got home, went and got some materials to make another forge. And while I was at Lowe's, they had a blood donation bus. So I gave a pint of blood, and I wasn't allowed to work out no more. I kind of got lightheaded for a little bit.
Wanda Smith, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. My fellow 7th Wardian. What's up, T? Good morning to you. This is what I was waiting on. Let me get a respect. We had to find somebody that's going to sponsor this show today. Mickey's Roll Call today is sponsored by C.W. Burns for spilling all the tea last night, and the mayor and his Fab Five has pissed her off to the point she is promising to keep the pressure on all, especially number one. Shit, y'all. Hold on. Let me do that one. Let me hit this one. That's courtesy of Felicia. She be finding some sponsors though. the lovely Miss Beverly Biggs Levy in the building. How you doing? Jennifer, was that Stanton? Oh, good morning from Jennifer Stanton, Mundy Township, Michigan. Okay, see, we got that one from Mundy watching this. I hope we can get some more of the Mundy Township people to tap into the morning recall you heard, and then the nightly nip, and then just a thought, and then me and Brother Elliot, Conspiracy Tuesdays. You know, what my Gaddis clan at? Oh, we got my good brother Michael Cooley from Greenwood, Mississippi. 662 point of order. Keep pressure on Davina Diabolical. Man, Davina got so much pressure on us, Michael Cooley. I was thinking about packing up moving. I'm telling you, packing up moving. Was on my way out of here. And then family. I don't know. Don't take my word. This is from the trash can. We coming on allegedly. So y'all want y'all to hold me to Honor them. My bad. I didn't come on and tell you. Honor them had some. Well, Honor was working, so she wasn't able to come do the show. But they will be starting 3 days a week this month. But from the trash can, they coming in hot off the press. I'm thinking winter's gonna be in at 6 something. I don't know. I'm just telling you. From the trash can. Winter, it might be a nightly nip tonight. She might give y'all 60 minutes. Y'all know this is Monday Night Football. She gonna give y'all 60 minutes, maybe 90 minutes. That'll take it to 7:30. I'm just telling y'all. And there it is. Pop Gaddis in the building. Thank you for tapping in. I'm waiting on my Gaddis clan. Yeah, so I mean, I didn't watch. Like I said, I went to sleep early when Detroit lost. Man, it blew my mind. Mr. Classic in the building. Thank you for tapping in. I do my best for you, Felicia. I do all I can do. Hold on, let me see what this is. Jennifer Stanton said it's not elections anymore. It's who they say it is. Yeah, not no more, but elections is coming up next year, and next year is really here. Elder Golden Child Sharp, thank you for tapping in. We in the building, you heard. First Lady Ann Gaddis, thank you for tapping in. Jim said, elections equals corruption. What you feel about that, Trevor? Elections equals corruption. What you think?
I think saying corrupt politician is just repeating yourself. It's the same word, just different ways. Just like saying honest politician is contradicting yourself. It's the same. It's the same thought process as military intelligence. It's an oxymoron, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, no. Well, if you're if you're relying on any politician to not be on the take, I don't care if it's up at the federal level or down to the city dog catcher level. You obviously ain't been paying attention.
And that's for you, Trevor.
Yeah, we talked about that I believe it was last week.
Otis
that
Johnson.
was soliciting a bribe.
Roll Tide.
Whether the money was going to her or to a charity, saying, I will vote for your thing if you give me $50 to go to the YWCA. That's soliciting a bribe. But ain't nothing gonna happen.
Oh no, nothing usually happens to the devil.
No.
Unless God do it. Bob Harrington, thank you for tapping in.
God don't interfere anymore. He got tired of our shit and said, do it, you fucking
The
self.
lovely Deborah Luna's in the building. Because I think because people study looking at, they got you thinking it's somebody down in the ground. They think it's somebody floating on a cloud. Not in the ship, but just walking on clouds and really paying attention. I don't think, but like I'm just gonna say it until that's why I put up that quote, and I got that out of the Flint Politics Reboot group. about that. You ain't got to tell people who you know that you're a Christian if you're doing the Christianly work. I just think because this thing was just like it was a big uproar about the SNAP benefits. Hey, family, the world didn't end. We had November 3rd. Everything is the same. You know, stuff is still going. I don't think people really understood, like, if that did happen, how many grocery stores, you know, people who were like General Mills and all them people who sell stuff, it was going to affect their pockets. You know, I mean, you got to think how many people with SNAPs go to the grocery store and spend their SNAP benefits with the grocery store.
I mean,
I'm
it's
just
kind of the
saying.
only place you can spend your SNAP benefits, unless you're selling to the second ward. Then she'll go and spend your SNAP benefits for a little block party she holds.
Yogi G in the building. Good morning. But you know what? That to me, that's why I find where it become hypocritical, the hypocrisy of it all. Now, you see how that one lady that was doing something about selling her cookies. Not selling cookies. She was using her SNAP to sell food.
Oh yeah.
See how they came at her, right? Big Mama got us in the building. They came at her, but yet allegedly, I mean, well, it ain't no allegedly. It's a fact that Liddell, or the councilwoman in the second ward, bought that lady stamps. Let's just go with that. But I'm just gonna throw allegedly just to save face.
We don't need another lawsuit.
Fact. So we're gonna go with allegedly. Why nothing never happened?
I mean,
let me see what Jennifer says. I noticed not many people at Myers yesterday.
Shit, I wish that was the case at Walmart yesterday. I walked into that thing to get some charcoal, some garlic nuts. What else did I grab in there? That must have been it. Charcoal and garlic nuts, and the place was fucking packed.
Big Mama got us. Good morning. No, you're right.
It was
good morning. Sexy chocolate. Patrice Green in the building, all the way from the VA. Thank you for tapping in.
But
the Way of Jesus Christ through Faith Church. Thank you for supporting us from Me Bain, North Carolina. You heard.
And from the trash can to the curb to the word on the street, herself.
All makes sense.
6 p.m. on time, 2 full hours. And good morning, Mrs. How you doing?
That's a lie. She'll be here about 6:40. Darnell Dumas, the only Dumas that like 810, and only besides Sharice Dumas, that's part of the Gaddis clan. What's up, my good brother Darnell Dumas in the building?
Yeah. Oh, wife let me know something yesterday as I was climbing my dead ass out of bed.
What happened?
Some woman at a SNAP benefit office just got busted for $60 million in fraud.
And 60 million?
Million.
That's with an M, right?
Yeah, she was
erroneously.
No, she was one of the ones responsible for approving those cards.
Miss D in the building. Thank you for tapping in, beloved. She just smashed that like button. How many down votes we got, Trevor? That one dislike.
Give me just a second, and I'll they
on and find out.
They wait for us. I mean, I've never had a hater that just waits for us. You know,
they only do it to me and you, sap suckers.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
they said, but Meyer prices went up, folks. Someone's got to pay for the renovations. Damn, which Myers you talk about? The one in Grand Blanc?
We got 2 downvotes so far.
Oh yeah, they really don't like us together. Ooh-wee.
Let's see.
But that's why we got to keep coming on to make them get madder.
Oh yeah. I mean, whether I'm here or not, Mickey's going to make sure this show is on every morning at 9 a.m. Let's go.
Hill Road. Okay, Hill Road. Yeah, wow. Oh yeah, they is doing renovations out there. You ain't. Is it a council meeting tonight, family?
I know.
Oh, but you know what I seen, Trevor? Hot damn, I gotta go find it. Look what I found about. Oh my goodness, I'm finna find it. Boy. I'm gonna find it. Hold on, I'm gonna send this to you. Shh. Can I send this to you? Hold on, I got it. Cause I got it out of. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure ain't no music in this. I got you. Go on, talk to him for a second while I check out this video.
Okay. Oh yeah, Yogi. Every morning, the second we go live, there's one downvote immediately. There's always going to be a second one. I feel, we started talking about Waddell years ago, and she's been. I can go through all of our videos and find downvote. So she's been there. I guess since we started talking about number one and his fist of fury, that he wakes up every morning just to give us that downvote. Did I change rooms? No. I just haven't flipped on my overhead light and I got my lamp on. Same office. All right. Give me a second. I got to open up the face space just when Mickey sends me stuff. There we go. Okay, let me see. Ooh.
Nah, I didn't send that one to you. I got it.
Ah.
Y'all see this? And I got this out of the Flint Politics Reboot group. What's up, No Games in the building? Thank you. Beverly, the lovely Beverly Biggs said council meeting is Wednesday, and we're gonna have it on. Hey, this is what the governor did here. Gretchen, lovely JoJo Freeman is in the building. What she say? The morning crew, you heard it with the Flint Poison City, USA. Y'all check this out. So this to let you know the type of people that we dealing with. We dealing with seriously.
See, there were $25,000 in expenses for meals. Any idea what food they were eating?
I do not have the document you're looking at in front of me, but I'm happy to look into that.
That was reported by Capcom.
I hate that. I don't know nothing about this. Huh?
Did you hear the noise that was just being made?
No, I heard.
Did you hear this over here? Because I couldn't hear it.
I heard it.
Oh, you heard the lady talking?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
$25,000 for food. Do you know what they're eating? I don't have.
Okay.
I believe from a FOIA they did.
Okay, I'm happy to look at that.
$25,000 for meals. Was this a 6-month trip, or how did we get to $25,000?
Again, I don't know when that FOIA came in. Oftentimes, we will get FOIAs before trips are even over, and so we are basing it. There are estimates that we are putting placeholders for, and we are still reconciling trips and final costs, and oftentimes there are savings from those estimates. So again, I would have to look into that more.
Okay, I'd be interested to know what they were eating. See, there were 20.
That was a placeholder? A placeholder is their excuse. Oh, yeah, we just allot $25,000 for food. Go McDonald's. Get that fucking dollar menu. Hell, you mean $25,000 for food?
Fact. Good morning, Eleanor Wicker. Good morning, Lanita Murray. Good morning, the lovely Teresa's in the building. But that's what I'm saying. You see, you see how they be blowing money. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, wasteful spending. She didn't know, like. That's what I'm saying. These people that we vote for, do you know when this shutdown was? Ain't none of them being hurt from Congress.
No.
Ain't none of them being hurt.
Congressional salaries are paid for in advance.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. So check it out. There are a lot of programs and a lot of
Donnell Meredith
government X, Y, and Z's that are paid for in advance. Postal workers. Well, okay, not their salary, but their retirement paid for in advance. Veterans benefits paid for in advance. Things like that sort of. Obviously, congressional pay paid for in advance. So when a government shuts down, these things still keep going. Honestly, I don't agree with congressional pay being paid for in advance. Nah. If everyone else is sucking, if federal workers ain't catching money, if your soldiers ain't catching money, which they aren't right now, then you, as the person responsible for making sure this gets done, shouldn't be catching no pay neither. That's just my personal opinion. 2012, I was without pay for a month and a half I had to take out a 0 interest loan from, I believe it was USAA, was my bank at the time, so I could pay my fucking bills. I had to take out a damned loan because my paycheck didn't come through because Congress is fucking around, and I was finding out.
Jennifer, if you want to let us know, let us know. I'm not even familiar with the MEDC board. If you want to know, I don't know. Can you enlighten us in that? Because I'm even lost on. We covered Flint the Flint politics, and I don't, is it in Flint? I'm not for sure. If you can enlighten me, I would like to know. What's up, Raphael Bird in the building? That's my Mississippi people. What you doing? Oh, facts. Congress got the power to stop it. We saw the budget that Neely almost spent thousands of dollars on food and restaurants. Wow. But you see how these people go. You see how they eat good, and then this just remind me of when you be looking at, like, when I be watching them old movies, and I'm gonna say old movies, when I be watching movies they show back in the day, like Robin Hood, the Prince of Thieves, when they were showing how the sheriff of Nottingham, how they was taxing the people, but his people was able to eat. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you see this now, the mayor can ride around, use gas that he don't have to pay for, got the city P card. I mean, but this is all of them have done it. He get to ride around, and it's like, wow. But the people here who got to work, they got to go to a Speedway or Amoco or a Sunoco. You know what I'm saying? They got to go to these gas stations to pay. Man, you make money, you should have to go pay like everybody else have to pay. But I mean, them just the perks that you get, and it's like, damn, everybody else suffering, but you running around like, head up. It's just crazy, man. Let me see what Gladys said. I went to DC for the Leaded Water congressional hearing. I watched the hired help serve lunch, and it was all on white china dishes and cloth napkins. And they had 5-course meal buffet. Well, you got to feed the people now. You got to feed them, Miss Gladys. You can't be in there on an empty stomach trying to steal money. You got to be you think better, and you know how to get the money and not give it to the people, allegedly. What do you think about the administration moving to military bases? They know something we don't know.
I just looked it up because I was wondering, like, what the fuck? Several Trump administration officials have moved into military housing on bases around Washington, D.C., citing security concerns due to political hostility and protest. Officials like Stephen Miller, Kristi Noem, Marco Rubio, and Pete Hegseth have relocated to these secure compounds.
This how they, but did you see how his wife?
You know what? If they want to live on military housing, I'm going to sit here and say let them, because that shit ain't nice.
No, they ain't living like how a person probably in the base living. You think Stephen
No,
Miller?
they just said military housing.
Dude,
there is no fucking good housing on military bases.
I bet you there's going to be nice.
Shitty.
I put money, they're going to get you work for the president. You don't think they can get refurniture that they think you're going to have the same bed that everybody else going to have?
Oh, military housing, you bring your own furnishings.
That's what I'm saying. And that's going to be on the taxpayers. But they looking at security. Do you see some of the stuff? Like, did you see his wife arguing with old dude, the old Sink? I don't want to say his wrong name. Sink Uger or Unger? Sink, yeah. Did you see when she told him that she, like, are you going to try to strip him?
I didn't see that shit.
Yeah, you got to go see. His wife talked about having him deported, taking his naturalization away.
Meh.
Oh, wow. You see this? Said, I had a restaurant inside Handy's on Pearson Road. Nearly brought 20 people in there. We fed them and nobody paid left a tip. Damn.
Shit.
It said military housing is all rules and Big Brother. K-Mac. It's the nice part where the general lived. That's what I'm talking about. I know he ain't gonna be like,
general doesn't get a very nice place neither.
These people is. I don't think they're gonna live like that. I'm just saying. Even me,
I lived on one of the largest bases in the United States. I ruck marched through enlisted housing. I ruck marched through officer housing, field officer, right next to the general's place. General's place was a 4-bedroom with 2-car garage. That was it. It's not like some mansion. Now, granted, it was far nicer than the enlisted housing. Jesus Christ. Enlisted housing looked like we walked down into the south side of Colorado Springs. I mean, white trash everywhere. But, military housing is still shitty. I don't care who you are, what base you got, what ranks on your chest.
What they causing so many problems, they probably fear for their life. So, but to me, it's like, are y'all saying y'all finna be headed to a civil war or something? You got to go move there. Just say Trump. Check this out. All that can be just let loose. Just say the Democrats take over the Senate, or just say take over the Senate in 26.
Okay.
They can start taking some of their privileges away. They can make it rough for Stephen Miller and them. That's what I'm saying. Like, remember, they always said elections have consequences.
Okay.
They can take some of the stuff that they doing, you know what I'm saying, like away if they do switch. And I do believe Trump is when he doing what he doing right now because he got the votes. Once you have to take the votes away, then you gotta negotiate. And I like I say, I'm not
I don't know. Right now, I'm not seeing a lot of attempts at negotiation in the government.
Eventually, they're gonna have to. Right now, they don't have to. I mean, let me take that back. Right now, they have to because I'm looking at it with the judge telling them, they're gonna let them SNAP benefits go out now. What's the new trick that you're gonna use? Because right now, with this, you ain't. They already said
that wasn't even a Republican trick, dude. I mean, right here, Senator Hawley, Josh, from Missouri, introduced a bill last month, 10/21/25, to fund SNAP. It was just to fund SNAP. Take that out of the big bill. Say, all right, guys, we're just going to do this. Make sure people get their food stamps. And Democrats voted it down. They aren't obviously concerned about it. They don't obviously care because there's nothing else in this bill right here. There is no riders. There is no pork. Just, hey, let's fund SNAP. Let's make sure people get their food. It got voted down. So, all right, cool.
Hold on. So the big, beautiful bill was in there to cut the SNAP benefits? Was in that big, beautiful bill?
No.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
I was asking.
No, it is there. It is in that bill, right? And he said, okay, since we can't get this bill, the financing for the federal government done and out of the way, since we can't agree on it, and people's SNAP benefits are about to expire on the 1st of November. Let's go ahead and just pass this side bill here to make sure people get their SNAP benefits. It got voted down. It got sent back to committee. So okay.
So I'm wondering what is they finna hold up for now then? What is it gonna be like? What is they negotiating on?
That's my question. CNN saying it's on Medicare and taking a look at that. The big part that Republicans want to cut out is any emergency funding that covers illegal immigrants. And that's apparently a line too far. So people's benefits get cut off just because apparently we need to fund people who aren't supposed to be here in the first place when they go to the hospital. I mean, I'd say just send that bill to their fucking home country. Hey, you're here from Honduras, you're not supposed to be, and you go end up in the hospital. Hey, Honduras, you need to pay this shit. That don't need to be on the American taxpayers. That's on you.
I'm
So
right now.
They can have it. Like
on the bill. That's what I need to find out. That's what I'm looking for right now. Which
part?
No, not what was because I mean they keep saying, like I say, I'm trying to figure out, because when we hear they saying it's so many different parts where they saying the immigrants are not getting it, but they saying there is a big part of it. I just need where's the truth at. I get is you know what I'm saying.
I mean,
It's
if
his
illegals
version,
ain't
that's her
getting it,
version, but then it's the truth.
if the illegals ain't getting it, then putting the language into that bill shouldn't be that big a problem, right?
Yeah, but why would they say that though? Yeah, but if they wasn't getting it, but why say that? Because they say a lot of things. You know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
saying.
Yeah,
Like,
but
hey,
not,
if there is no funding in the federal government, if these folks aren't catching this, okay, then it shouldn't be a problem. That's just like me saying, hey, fucking Terry can't come to my house. Well, Terry never comes to my house anyway, so what's the problem?
I said the bill. I'm looking at Mr. Thomas. The bill included 86 billion.
186 billion on cuts. I mean,
186. Okay, I mean, yeah. I'm trying to find it
cuts
right.
on what?
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this video I got before I play it. I don't want to just play it.
Should just get some tobacco pouches.
Damn, where did I just get that from? Let me see where I just got this from. Let me share this to myself. Facebook. I got it. Did I just do that? Let me go here. Nope, didn't get it. I hate that. I didn't get that. I don't like that at all. Oh crap! Hold up, let me find it. I just got something. Hold on, I just got something. Let me check it out. What did I come to? Hold on. Let me come out of that one. Let me come out of it. I ain't even finna do that one. Let me switch this around. Go here. I can't stand when I can't get
Kenneth, I want to know exactly what you mean by that. Why don't you give me a breakdown there? Because it's known that I'm a Republican, and it is known that I voted Trump. So.
Oh, he sent me the article. I got it.
No, you got an article?
Yeah, let me upload it. Let me up. Oh, I don't know what I gotta do. Gotta do it like this. Oh crap! Here we go. Nope, that's the wrong one. Share screen.
I'm still trying to figure out what that.
Here it go.
Means.
Can you see it? Hold on, let me bring it down.
Okay. Cost trillions of dollars in tax cuts. The legislation includes $186 billion in cuts to SNAP. Okay, research shows that SNAP reduces food insecurity. So where would those cuts be? Expanded work reporting requirements. Okay. I don't see a problem with that part. Next part, restricting benefit level increases will likely make it more challenging for young adults. In 21, increased after the minimum cost of a healthy diet was reevaluated. Poverty reduced overall poverty level by 4.6%. One big beautiful bill requires future reevaluations of SNAP benefits to be cost neutral, even if the government analysis determines the cost changes are needed because of changes on the food environment. Okay. Shifting program cost states will likely force cuts to SNAP benefits. SNAP program cost states likely. Could you scroll down?
I got you. To 3?
Yep.
There we go. Hold on, my bad.
Damn. All right. Likely lead to additional restrictions in eligibility and benefits, leaving more young adults facing greater poverty and food insecurity. Currently, the federal government pays 100% of the cost of SNAP benefits. One big beautiful bill establishes matching fund requirements for states. Okay. I don't see a problem there neither. Shouldn't the states have to kick into it too? Starting fiscal year 27, the legislation also requires states pay 75% of the administration cost associated with their SNAP programs. Well, if everyone keeps saying that Republican states rely on this, then Republican states are going to have to pay a little bit more. Once again, don't see a problem with it. Up to about 50% currently. At the same time, one big beautiful bill increases administrative costs of running SNAP programs by imposing new work reporting requirements. Okay. I mean, if we want people to work to have to get off of them instead of just sit on them, like, I mean, shit, how many trailer parks do we know of with welfare queens? I don't see a problem with that. Hey, get off your ass, go find some work. If you're some white chick with 7 children and you can't afford to have 7 children, well, then your baby daddies, how fucking ever many of them there are, need to start paying that child support. My wife's ex. And fucking get out there. Shit. Taken together, evidence suggests one big beautiful bill will likely lead to increased food insecurity. That will be particularly destabilizing for young people transitioning to adulthood. Okay.
Okay, let me see. I'm seeing what Daryl Schumo said. He said if there was a bill that Republican put out just to fund SNAP, was it ever produced, or they just said they had one, like they said they had a plan to replace Obamacare? They did say they had a plan to replace Obamacare. Tasha Lynn, good morning. Thank you for tapping in.
From the congressional website, sponsor Senator Hawley, Josh, Republican, Missouri, introduced 10/21/25 to the committee Senate Appropriations. Latest action, Senate 10/21/25, read twice and referred to the Committee on Appropriation instead of sent to the floor. Right here is a summary of the bill. This bill provides appropriations for the Department of Agriculture, USDA, to provide uninterrupted benefits under the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, during the period in which legislation has not been enacted to provide continuing or full year fiscal 26 appropriations to the USDA. The bill also provides appropriations for retroactive payments to SNAP benefits that were missed on or after September 30th, 2025, and before the bill was enacted. The appropriations provided by this bill are available until legislation is enacted to provide fiscal year 2026 appropriations for the USDA, including continuing appropriations. It wasn't just that they had one, it was introduced. Weird.
Oh, you know what?
Well,
I
I'll
had
tell
it
you.
right here.
The hell?
I just had it
What'd you had?
right here. I think I got it. Hold on, let me get it right here. I think I got it right here. This is what I was trying to play, but it was basically what you was talking about.
I talk about a lot of stuff, dude.
Nah, right here. This is right here. I'm finna share it. I was trying to make sure I ain't have hold
Harry Enton put up the Navigator survey, which shows that the
crap.
American
Can you
public
hear?
is blaming the Republicans by 14 points now, and it was just 10
You can hear
points
that?
last week.
Yep.
The story about Democrats cutting off SNAP benefits and that we're the heartless ones and Mike Johnson feels terrible is how you say BS. Mike Johnson, in his big, beautiful bill, $186 billion gone from the SNAP program. And in the 2018 shutdown, Donald Trump made sure that people got their SNAP benefits because he knows that it's important. And that's why Josh Hawley wants to have a standalone bill about SNAP. Josh Hawley, who also wants a standalone bill to make sure that people get their Medicaid coverage back because the big, beautiful bill takes it away. Harry Enton put up the Navigator survey, which shows that the American public is blaming the Republicans by 14 points now, and it was just 10.
Okay.
My bad. I was just playing. That's what I had.
Let's see. That bill makes no sense when the USDA had these funds anyway, so that they would need, or so why would they need a bill? They're just trying to make it seem like they're producing one. Those funds are emergency funds. But if they get released or SNAP, that's fine. Just next time there's something like, thankfully I didn't get hit by a hurricane this year. Otherwise those funds wouldn't really be there, would they?
Let me see. Okay, that's from Virginia. Let me see what Lorna says. So does it take your plan over 4 years, or don't you really have a plan? Let me see.
As he came into office, he said his plan was to reduce government spending. Now, if only he would start cutting that out of some of the military budget, I'd be pretty fucking happy.
Yeah, but see, that's why I think where the problem come in, that it seems like they want to make the cuts, but they still want to keep their stuff that they want.
Yeah, both parties do that when they come in.
And that's why I'm saying neither one. To me, it's like both of them playing games. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's like both of them playing games. But at the end of the day, what I mean by playing, you got rich people playing games on people that don't have, much as they have. Like some of the stuff, like how they saying they taking out the middle class. Like, why would you even want to destroy the middle class? Like, what's the purpose of destroying the middle class?
Middle class has been going down since the 90s. It's been constantly attacked by both sides. And it's pretty easy. Middle class has fuck you money. And what I mean by that is, actually, let me look up the Nope, we'll probably get copyrighted for that. So, movie with John Goodman, great actor, sat there and said, all right, what you do with your first $1 million is you put it in the bank, a high interest savings account, and you leave it the fuck alone. And you let it grow. You go and buy yourself, a nice, comfortable house, nothing big. And you have fuck you money. Your boss wants you to work overtime, says that you'll be fired if you don't, fuck you. If someone says, I'm going to fine you if you don't move your car, fuck you. You have money for that. People don't like when you have fuck you money. Because then you aren't beholden. As you said, or showed in the beginning, you know who controls you by who you're not allowed to criticize. Well, if you have fuck you money, you can criticize anyone because they're not going to hold nothing over your head.
Let me see. Renetta Richards said the middle class is the educated, financially sound group in American society. Let me say, with Detroit middle class pay all the taxes. That's where the government money comes from. That's like this. That's why
that
it's
is incorrect.
Yeah, that's incorrect.
Yeah, give me a second. Because I showed it a couple weeks ago. Give me a second. Top 1% of earners, those with the adjusted gross income of over $663,000, paid approximately 40% of all federal income taxes. Top 10% of earners accounted for roughly 72% of all federal income taxes. If we go to the top 50% of earners, we're responsible for 97% of all federal income tax revenue. While the middle class does do a hell of a lot of work, and there are a lot more of us, well, I'm not middle class, a lot more of them than there are of the rich folks. The rich folks do pay the majority of income taxes in this country. The bottom 50% of taxpayers collectively paid about 3% of all federal income taxes. The bottom 50% also being the middle class and the working class.
Troy Boy said the rich pay taxes no one else would have to pay. I you know what? I'm gonna have to go back and do some. We're gonna have to do something because I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. I'm gonna have to go back and do something because I know some people talked about it. I want to say one of the economists was Dr. Claude Anderson. What's up, Nelly Nell? Thank you for tapping in. You ain't never late. Michelle Pfeiffer, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. I'm gonna have to go back and I seen some I can't think of the guy's name, but he economist. He be on different ones. He was talking about how to decline, the dollar going down. I can't think, but he be on. Oh my God, is he be on Bill Maher? And he was talking about it. Lavender, thank you for tapping in. Okay, let me see. Renetta said the rich use exemptions and tax write-off. Trump said it best. I'm too smart to pay taxes. The question is, Daryl Shumo says, 42 million Americans not being able to eat is not an emergency. I think. See, this is where it's kind of throw me off, because you will see these people, you'll see them go and say, like, we got to run this over in Africa, we got to feed these people over here, and you don't want to feed your people at home. You can go do charity abroad, but you can't see the damage that you're doing here. Like, you can walk out in any American street, if you're in the inner city, and you can see lines with people out, like this morning, when I be going to the gym. I'm seeing when they putting them out there. I ain't gonna say put them out, but when they letting them go out.
No, they don't let them out. They're telling them to get out. They're putting them out.
I'm trying to be politically correct. I don't want them come at me. So, he just said they putting us out. But I'm just saying, when they letting them out, these people, dude, it was like, it's sunny there. I can see you got the sun shining there. Dude, it's raining here. It's cold. And as you putting these people out, like, what do you think? They just gonna walk around the town until, like, it's like, see, that's what me is like, are y'all serious?
And then we see council arguing over what to do with the homeless population. There no warming centers. There's none of that. And okay,
do you see this?
The statistic only covers income. Income and wealth are two different things. Okay, so if you're going to start charging people because they save money, where does that end? If you're going to start charging people based off of what they own, we'll use a car, for example. I pay taxes on the money that I got income tax. Then I pay a sales tax on my car. Now I have to pay additional taxes every year to register it. So now I should have to pay a fourth tax just for owning it year over year. Same thing about houses, property taxes, and the same. So now there should be an extra tax on that.
I think what he's saying, I think what he's saying is saying the wealthy pay 40% of income taxes is a flawed argument, because wealth is what make you wealthy, not income. I just think you know what I'm saying? And then I'm looking at this. Look what Kenneth said. Argentina got 40 billion. That would have been a lot of beans and rice for a lot of citizens. And I'm looking at this. Okay, Ms. Thompson, SNAP is being used to force Democrats to vote for that awful bill. The GOP didn't count on Democrats growing a pair of you know what. I just do it that to keep it simple up here. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Them holding out. If they holding out, I get it, because that's called negotiations.
So then, is it really Republicans holding up the SNAP benefits? There's a group of people voting, yes, let's fund the government. And there's a group of people saying no and filibustering. That's holding up everything. Which one's really holding shit up?
Sometimes you have to find somewhere to draw a law. Because you got to understand, though, Trevor, if they's fighting for not to pass this bill, if it's not what they want in it, even at them $186 billion cuts, I get what they say. We gonna fund it. Sometimes you have to fight. It might don't be the best fight, but to get something that you want.
Go ahead and fight. I'm just saying, who's actually holding it up then?
You can kind of say, to be honest with you, you can't just say Democrats, because if that bill is not really a beautiful bill, why would I pass your bill? If this is the only way I can hold up for you to go back and redo this bill, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'd
say it's Democrats. You got, because it's the Senate, right? They need a 60 votes, 60%. You got 50 plus, a majority of them, ready to pass it. Ready to go ahead and fund the government again and get everything going. And then you got 40 saying no. Okay, 40 saying, okay, we're not going to vote for it, regardless of reasons, whether they're the best reasons in the world or not. I'd say the 40 are holding it up.
But if it's not good, why would you pass it? That 40, I'm just saying, if that.
See, that excuse rings hollow to me, because when has the U.S. government passed a good bill, passed a good law in the past 40 years?
But this maybe on this one, they saying, look, we didn't pass some extreme measures. This one, we're not gonna let it slide. Sometime you have to. I see it in no different than when the Republicans made Obama go and negotiate. Because remember,
2013.
Remember Obamacare, they stripped that thing to the ground. So why we saying they need to fix it now? Who stripped Obamacare like they did? Because in the way that the Heritage Foundation, when Mitt Romney used it, it didn't have all that they took out of it. They didn't have the way they stripped it for Obama. The Republicans did that. So you got to understand what they saying. The Republicans felt that bad about it that they didn't. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to restrip everything out of it. This is no different than what the Democrats doing. Like, look, we don't like this bill. Point blank. So you know what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways on one and say, well, they did this. Look how they stripped this bill as the Republican. So now the Democrats like this our only little shot to do this to make them turn this bill to some way we got to do. It's negotiation. That's all. Rather, even if they don't help, you know what I'm saying, who they saying they gonna help, you have to sit up there and still have some negotiation. That's all I'm saying.
Democrats first came, I believe it was with a counteroffer that wanted $1 trillion. After 3 weeks of no, they turned around and reduced their demands by 99%, literally 99%. Still no. They wanted God, I can't remember what the final sticking point is. I don't think it's healthcare, because the healthcare that, at least going off of what I've heard, is toward funding illegal immigrants.
But that's what we keep hearing. Like you said, that's all you heard.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, because both sides have lied on different things. So we don't know if that's all the way true. We didn't have, I'm just saying, go to different ones. I watched, like I said, I watched conservatives and I watched liberal podcasts. And, I watched Jimmy Dore. Both of them keep saying that different ones be saying it's not going to everything that they say it's going to. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So they not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you can go to different ones.
Let's see what Politico has to say, if they've got a quick and concise thing, because I don't feel like reading 100 pages of fucking news.
What's up, Common Sense? Thanks for tapping in.
Come on, Politico. Stop with the fluff and just tell me what the fuck. There we are.
Because like I said, I try to watch both sides to get an angle on what's really going on. But like some of the stuff that the Democrats did want to pass, I didn't agree with. Some of the stuff that these Republicans are trying to pass, I don't agree with harming your own country. That's my thing. If Trump say America first, but how is you giving out? That's my big thing. Where is America first that he putting America first at? He's saying America first.
Okay. So Politico is saying that the Affordable Care Act tax credits is soon to expire. Now, what the fuck are the tax credits part? Enrolling in Obamacare health plans. Okay. One out of 8 Americans lawmakers shutting down. God, Politico does so much fucking fluff. All right, Hill. Please don't have fluff.
Trying to figure it out.
Okay. So if it's just sunsetting the Affordable Care Act,
Mhm.
once again, red states are mostly on that.
We
As
know.
far as I heard.
Yeah, we know. But that's what I'm saying.
Fuck it. Give the people what they want then.
But that's the
Hey,
thing.
if you're in a Republican state and you rely on the Affordable Care Act, but you don't like it because it came from somewhere else, let them suffer.
But you can't. But that's the thing. That's what I think they didn't understand. That's like with the farmers. Y'all did this, and look how the farmers then got played.
Hmm.
Look how they hurting right now. How do you hurt your own? That's my thing. Why would you hurt your own if you saying make
Save
America
money.
great again? Why would you hurt your own? You got the farmers hollering right now. Even when they were talking about shutting these hospitals down, what like people not understand. Shit. People not you
need
gonna
only
hurt your
forward
own.
management, man.
Yeah, I know I got to get it together.
Get
That's
some
how I
fucking
dropped
zip
that coffee
ties.
last time. But to me, it's like, why are you going to hurt your own? And that's why you're hearing right now that the Democrats got a strong possibility winning in the midterms. And that's what you don't want. Right. And it's to me, and that's what those red states have voted against their own interests. That's what I think is terrible. Like Mr. Thomas said, my plan went up $400. Doc copay went from 10 to 35. Generic drugs went from free to $25. See that right there? I want to there's no money. Why is 47 talking about invading Nigeria because so-called Christian citizens are being attacked? Man, like we gotta get up off. I mean, it's terrible. It is terrible.
And the way Trump talks, he's talked about invading every country from China to the other side of Europe. At one point, I think he even talked about invading England. He ain't going nowhere.
But what he doing over there in Venezuela? Have you seen what happened when he talking about he knocking off the drug cartels? Man, I think one person survived. Did you see they arrested one person and the country had to let them go? Like they was just fishers. So you out there that's preemptive. You just basically just went and knocked some people down that's not even drug dealers that you said they was. Then when you tried to send them off to, whatever the country to grab them, they end up letting the ones who survived. They let them go because they was not drug boats that he was assuming they was. It's like, come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
As commander-in-chief, responsibility does rest on him, right? That's what you get as a leader in the military. Whether you're part of it or not, he's commander-in-chief. Whatever military does fall on him. I'd be looking at the commander of that ship and going, why did you think that fishing vessel was a drug vessel? And as commander-in-chief, Trump's going to have to, A, stand up and apologize. Period, end of story. He's going to have to try to make right by the families that died, or the men who died. And then he's going to have to relieve that captain in command. Look, if you're just out there on a U.S. naval ship, firing on whatever the fuck you see, you don't need to be in charge of that ship, right?
Dude, one general quit because they resigned. You remember he didn't want to do it. This is before they went and did it. What's up, Woodrow? He did that. But this is just showing you what they doing, what they want to do. This is like, listen, man, you know what I'm saying? Like some of the stuff, I don't agree. Like he ain't the first one that done it. Let's be honest. He ain't the first one, but this giving me back like that Iran Contra type stuff that they was doing, like you doing your you just doing what you want to do. Let me see. That's where I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Now we can't just be. See, here it go right here. I don't want to. I had to get this off Jimmy Dore too. I don't want people to think like I had to go take this off of his what's the name. Hold on, I got it. Let me blow this thing up too. Let me get this for you. I got it. Like it be tripping me out. Now this. You see the title. The Pentagon has no idea who they're killing on them Venezuelan boats. Now you see what I'm saying? This ain't like
I like
over
the man
20
in the background.
Huh?
I
That's
like
Rad
him.
Paul.
I like him.
Yeah, he's
That dude's a hardcore libertarian.
yeah. See, hey, fact. That's
He'll
what
break
I'm
from
saying.
a party line. The only reason he has an R in front of his name right now is because the Libertarian Party ran out of money for him to run.
Yeah, but look at the stuff. And I got this from Jimmy Dore. Y'all want to go check it out? Y'all can go check it out. But let me play this for y'all. Y'all can kind of see what's going on. This for educational purposes only. Let me play this.
And it's this circular argument. Who are terrorists? Well, the people I tell you who are terrorists. And what are terrorists? They're people who kill people in a terroristic way. And they're terrorists because I tell you they do this. It's like it's this circular argument with no proof presented.
Hey, newsflash, you know all those boats that Trump and the military have been blowing up off the coast of Venezuela? They don't know who they're killing. Pentagon tells Congress it doesn't know who it's killing in Latin American boat strikes. Isn't that something? Okay. That's Secretary Pete Hegseth, Secretary of War. Earlier today, at the direction of President Trump, the Department of War carried out a lethal kinetic strike. Well, you want a lethal kinetic strike? Wow. As opposed to what, a flaccid static strike? This vessel, like all the others, was known by our intelligence to be involved in illicit narcotics. So they're just summarily executing people they suspect of being drug runners, which is not how that goes against every international law, every domestic law, right now there's a guy at the ICC court who used to be the president of the Philippines. He's being brought up on charge for doing the exact thing, for going in and killing drug dealers without a trial. And so what they're doing is they're killing fishermen is what they're doing. One of the boats was from Colombia, and their fishing boat had a distress signal on, and they bombed it. So here's the video that the Pete Hegseth. There. Oh, look at that. We're so tough. Hegseth loves saying lethal kinetic strike because it sounds so much better than murder. And just to let you know, here's Senator Rand Paul. For over 20 years, presidents have used the same post 9/11 legal framework to justify wars and drone strikes without congressional approval. It's time to end this blank check for endless war and restore constitutional limits. So here's what he says.
The problem here is that the Trump administration, and correct me if I'm wrong, is basically embracing the legal framework that has been in place since 9/11, the war on terror. I know there were efforts to try and revoke it. It was never revoked. I mean, isn't this kind of the danger illustrated that people predicted? If you don't withdraw the legal framework that allows endless war in the name of terrorism, that'll just become everything and the president can just bomb whoever he wants forever?
Well, I think it is important to remember our history, even our recent history back to the Obama administration. I think he killed over 1,000 people with drones. They used to.
Let me pause that right there. Now I can go pull up. That's what I was trying to tell you when they was doing that. No, that's what the one general, and I can go pull up, because this will be, like I said, I watched Jimmy Dore. I watched different ones, and he's not a Democrat. If you go watch that, that's what the general quit because he told him that's what that was. They even tell you they know where the drugs is coming in from. It's not from there. They know what they're doing, but it's oil. If I'd have played the whole clip, but if y'all want to go see it, go to Jimmy Dore YouTube channel. We know it's oil. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, what's up, Marcia A. Talbert? Thank you for tapping in. When you saying it's like, no, what he doing, he just doing what he want to do. And you can go pull it up and go watch the whole thing. Where they try with the people, they not even charging them with nothing. They know what they doing. And that's what you hear Trump saying he gonna need to take some troops over there. Dude, this ain't nothing new. It's just like, and that's why I say when it goes back to that Patriot Act, when they implemented that, that was a cold move that they doing. That's what I'm saying. Trump ain't the first one who played these games. He just following what everybody else before him then done.
What Biden did, what Trump did prior,
even Obama.
Yeah, I'm going through the names.
Yeah,
Obama did, and obviously what Bush did.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, all right. for the past 20 years, we've been concentrating on the Middle East using the framework that Rand Paul pointed out, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why did no one care then?
I think they did, but you did have people who cared, Trevor. But they called when I can't General Wesley Clark, if I'm saying his name right, when they was talking about how it was called the Greater Israel Project during that time.
Let me rewind that. Why did majority of Americans not fucking care?
Hold on, I'm trying to tell you. I think they, let me say this. I think because they were so used to going along with it, why you think they war fatigue now?
Let me offer a different solution.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was very far away. It was on the other side of the world. You don't see it. You only see it in headlines and news, right? You have to go around the internet to go find whatever the fuck we were doing in. God, we still have bases in active combat zones, right?
You really think, Trevor, you don't think people have been doing protesting for wars that was going on? You really think they didn't?
Not as much as they are now, dude. And the reason that I'm telling you.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The reason that more people are upset with South America is because it's closer to home. And there are definitely cultural similarities. You see more of yourself in someone from South America than a lot of folks in the U.S. do. Why the fuck do spam callers call at early in the goddamn morning? Anyway, a lot of folks in the U.S. see more of themselves and their neighbors to the south than they do with someone in the Middle East.
You know what, Trevor? I can't because I guess because it's me. Well, like where I be at, like I came up
more Americans.
Yeah, I'm saying
not
people.
all.
No, I'm just telling you how I grew up. People wasn't going along with the war over in the Middle East. I can just tell you that. Now we might have didn't get the cause, but no, it was I'm telling you, people wasn't going for it. Like we didn't fall for that when the 9/11, when they say the planes they did this or the hijackers they had some box cutters. I'm just saying where I was at. We just didn't, you know what I'm saying, didn't fall for it. Just like people, like you might have think people didn't care about it, man. No, people have, but when you don't control the media, when you don't control the radio, the TV, you don't get the message out, to get drowned out. It was people against it, believe me. It was people.
No,
I can go pull up.
There were protests outside my base.
Yeah, it's people.
There were people protesting. I just believe more people care now. A lot more people care now.
I think I had to agree with Mr. Thomas on this. People protest all day, every day. We just see it more now because of the internet. Because you know what I'm saying. We didn't have that where people can catch everything. Yeah, I just think what you're seeing now because people got the smartphones and you can see it now. You know what I'm saying. People didn't have stuff where you have phones back then.
Issue, got it.
Yeah,
I still think that people care more about South America than they did the Middle East.
I still don't. No, I'm telling you. Well, you know what? Maybe a certain factions of Americans didn't do that. I go that far. I say a certain faction, but it was some. It was a lot.
Yeah, because
I go with some.
There were protests outside my base, and some of them fairly large, and some of them were by the Westboro Baptist Church. So those guys would die in a fire.
Yeah,
I don't like them dudes because they say American soldiers die because America accepts gay people. Like you just attack two groups that one I'm a part of. The other is several friends of mine. The Westboro Baptist Church, terrible people. They shouldn't even have Baptist in their name, right?
Yeah,
but there were people who were anti-war, war as a whole, and there were people who were, hey, stop messing with the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
But you see these protests once in a blue moon, and some of them large, some of them small. Today, you see entire cities rallying. I mean, entire cities rallying because of interference closer to home.
No, you know what? You're right about that. Nah, because I'm gonna tell you, go watch that movie, and I tell people, go watch the one. Sometime it rains in April. Go watch that movie on it was people go watch Hotel Rwanda. It happened in Rwanda. No, go watch Sometimes It Rain in April. That's where you get they do is the documentary come with that. When you see how they did and they be using clips in their movie, Idris Elba played in it. But go watch it. The Hotel Rwanda was the Hollywood version. Go watch Sometimes in Rain in April, and then you'll get to see Janet Reno because they're gonna have the clips up in there. Janet Reno said the reason they didn't care is because they wasn't. She was like they was blacks. In that Hotel Rwanda, why they could have came in and stopped the stuff that was going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying go watch Sometimes in Rain in April, and you will go see. You're gonna see what Janet Reno gonna say because how we treat our blacks here and so many other words. And let me see what it says. The Middle East people were vilified. Which people?
I'm sorry. Here.
You know, I was reading. It said which people may have thought was more justified. This South America is coming from out of nowhere. It seems. Okay, let me see what Detroit boy said. Majority Taylor Greene was on Bill Maher disagreeing with her party about this government shutdown. Facts. I watched it. I'll be watching Bill, but Bill Maher, he's some. You know, I don't know if he's really a Democrat. I'm just telling you some of this.
Bill Maher is a classical liberal, and I do mean that in the actual highest possible respect and the most literal terms. Classical liberal being like 1970s liberal, not today's blue hairs.
Right.
Okay. So he does have some conservative tendencies, but he has far more liberal tendencies, especially on social issues. On spending issues, he does seem to go more conservative. But on terms of social issues, like don't fuck with people, let people be themselves. That's Bill Maher in a nutshell. But there's a Carlos Mencia, and I don't know if we shouldn't catch a copyright strike for this.
No, there ain't no music in it.
No, God, we get hit by that all the time.
Yeah, that's why I be jammed up because they get me at the end. You be listening to it and you be like, damn, they hit with the music.
All right. You know what? I'm not going to play it. But he sat there on stage in 2003 and he said, now, you're going to disagree with this. Black people were put down for the longest time, and then they got a hand up, and then everyone started hating on the Hispanics, and then 9/11 happened, and now everyone hates on Middle Eastern folks, and white people, black people, and Hispanics are united. That was his take, and he was happy about it, talking about Middle Eastern folks, you know, catching hate. I remember this stand-up routine like it was yesterday.
But see, only thing with me, and I know what you're talking about, but see, with me, he had to predicate to Hollywood. Because if you go back, I mean, you know.
Yeah, well, he also got busted for stealing jokes by Joe Rogan.
Facts. And that's what I'm saying. Like him, like, because you go back and people tell you about him. I go look at the comedians who talk about him. See, to me, that was all a facade. You know what I'm saying? But it's an act. It was an act he had to put up.
What I'm saying is, because it goes along with Woodrow Green here, the part that you just read. Middle Eastern people were vilified. Carlos Mencia, in his routine there, played into that and was happy Middle Eastern people were being vilified. And that prejudice lasted 10, 15 years. Like I said, I had to be deprogrammed when I got back, when I got out. It wasn't really the military that put me in that mindset. It was everything else. You couldn't watch a movie without the bad guy, you know, being some sort of terrorist that had Middle Eastern accent, had Middle Eastern skin color. You know, back in the 80s, it was Russian, Chinese looking folks.
Yeah.
You know, in the 40s, it was dudes with a German accent. Obviously, we were at war with them. But when you got to 46, 47, 48, and you got into science fiction or fantasy, the bad guy always had a German accent. Then they started transitioning to Russian. Then they started transitioning to Russian and Chinese, so on and so forth. propaganda is a very powerful tool.
Yeah, you see,
And now I'm willing to
machine.
bet you can turn on the TV. I don't watch TV anymore, but for the past several years, when I was watching TV, that show 24.
But keep
How
this
many
separate.
how many plots came from Mexico or South America?
Dude, what you think they just solved in Michigan? Who was the plot? Who did that come from? They just solved it. It was going to be a terrorist attack.
Don't know.
That's what I'm saying. And Cash Patel them called him. Mr. Thomas not an immigrant. They do see they use their propaganda, and that's what I'm saying. That's where that's what like the BS coming in. Do you understand why people here is frustrated when you can say we gave Argentina 40 billion, but you looking at here, y'all was finna cut off SNAP benefits, but yet you just had a party at Mar-a-Lago.
You and I gone through this before a lot.
Yeah.
Why are we giving money to other countries when Flint's water is not fixed? Once again, it's not just Flint's water. Like we concentrate on Flint. It was a national disaster. It was an international emergency. I mean, money was coming in donations to nonprofits from around the world. Other parts of America's infrastructure is failing too. Like I've gone over before, only 1% of your city's drinking water actually goes towards people drinking it.
Dude.
Most cities don't or can't afford actual pure water, so they just don't even fucking try.
Do we even own our ports here? Didn't we sell our ports off to foreign
A
nations?
lot of them we have sold off, yes.
See,
here's a fun one. My wife she tried bringing this to my attention last night, but I've known about it for years. Do you know where U.S. servers for our military are hosted? China. China.
You think we not in trouble?
Yeah, no. And anytime they did maintenance, especially software maintenance, they had to have access to everything to, quote, see where a code was faulty. So they could see everything.
It's just to me that, like I say, we're going back to, and the point that I got, because I lost my train of thought, that was the reason that I was making why you get this mayor under control, you get that clerk office under control, because you see how, we just seeing Neely, but you see how Trump then came in and putting it on steroids. That's why you get under control, you get stuff under control now, because you don't know who the next person might come in that will push the boundaries of your constitution, all the different things that a person will push it. That's like here. You got Liddell voting on her own, give her own nonprofit money. I'm just saying, we seeing people do things now. You hearing about, they were sending stuff up there that the nonprofit wasn't even a stat in good standing.
We're in outrage about Liddell giving her nonprofit a couple hundred, up under $100,000, and yet we don't look at our own congressman. And I'll look at Crenshaw if everyone else looks at Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah,
making millions off of stock trades that somehow we're in a blind trust, but they have the best performing stock performance of all time. And Crenshaw, that Texan Cyclops Republican, I want his ass thrown in fucking prison for insider trading. Like, fuck, if you and I have to suffer and be poor, but he can make himself rich off some insider trading, he needs to go to fucking jail.
But see, they've been doing it for so long
that we've just accepted it as normal.
Yeah, it's like, that's just like you seen. Now, during the OJ era, if you put your hands on a woman, your ass was going to jail. After he did what he did, is they still holding that up now?
No.
You was guilty before you was innocent.
Before OJ, it was the open secret, right? Like, you can beat your wife as long as no one knows about it. She don't tell no one. Cops wouldn't do a fucking thing. After OJ, we had about 20 to 30 years of you can't touch you can't touch your spouse. And now we're back to, as long as no one knows, we ain't gonna do shit. Man, you just spilled all over yourself.
I know, man. My it just broke. Yeah, it broke. That's why I was wondering what happened.
Mr. Thomas, that's always been that was never classified.
Wow.
That's never been classified. Hell, I knew about it back in 2012 when I had to set up an AKO. Well, reset up my AKO account, my Army Knowledge Online account, which is the Army email. Mine faulted, and my CEO casually said, Chinese servers fucking up. Sir, what the fuck do you mean Chinese servers? Oh, yeah, all of our stuff's hosted in China. Why is our shit hosted in China, sir? Oh, it's encrypted. Do you think that they don't have a couple thousand dudes who understand code looking at this shit every fucking day?
But but that's what I'm saying. But guess what we finna have next year? Come March, April, you finna have all these politicians, because it's the midterm, finna be coming. You got the mayor, you got your city council, you got your governor. You know what I'm saying? You got different people that's finna be coming on. I mean, finna be popping up. Is people gonna ask these serious questions? Is they really finna take them to task?
No, because you're not even gonna see your fucking state rep up there and talk to people, or even have a debate, or even a town hall meeting.
Yeah,
no one's gonna bring no one to task.
Right.
Waddell's gonna say, "Look, we did great." She's gonna show 2 or 3 pictures of Sarvis Park. Not gonna show the area around it. People are gonna forget about Leon, or he's gonna be in jail, and they're just gonna put the next puppet up in his place. I mean,
you know that's gonna go down.
You're gonna see Candace showing areas around the fucking college.
I think she's trying to run for state rep. I think.
I don't think she'll run against Cynthia. I mean, Cynthia's got the name recognition, and she's still got terms left now.
I gotta see
everything.
I gotta see. I gotta see in March and April. I gotta see come March, April. We're gonna start finding out who are running for mayor. Then I'm gonna start looking at who the support going behind. Then that'll tell me is his wife gonna run,
right?
Again. Because I think he might have a harder time in 26, in my humble opinion. I think the mayor probably is going to have a harder time in 26, but it depends. And I'm going to say this again: it all depends. Maybe the people that's still helping him, that dark literature where that money came in from, maybe they're going to be behind him, maybe they not. Now, if he don't have the money behind him, I do believe. I think he's gonna have a harder time in 26. And I think if he have a hard time in 26, I don't think he's gonna have his wife run. Because if they actually make him have to do debates this next year, I think he'd be in a lot of trouble. No, he'd probably be able to come out of his. I don't know if she'd be able to navigate through her action questions and having to answer things. Much as he gonna try to, and I'm gonna say this to a person, I don't care how much of a good teacher you are. I mean, I'm gonna say teacher, well, you getting your soldier ready. I don't care. Once you out in that field and she ain't had to do no debates, and you finna send her out there and she gonna have to do debates this time, shit.
Well, remember what Neely told Wintus.
Yeah.
God, I think it was the 2019 special mayor election. This time, the Neely name will have been on a ballot 4 times. Okay, so now we go fast forward to 20, where Cynthia got on there, replacing.
2019.
Replacing.
She just finished his term out.
Yep. Then she ran her own term because his was ending in 20. Then 22, and then 24. That name recognition is a hell of a thing. Incumbents don't get unseated easily.
That's why I said if she got the support. Now, if he don't got the
support, just because. All right, number one, women are more likely to vote for women. Statistical fact. Number 2, name recognition. Number 3, incumbency. They're going to run her till she terms out. Because what strong candidate is coming out on the Democrat side, because that is a partisan election. It's coming out on the Democrat side to run against her. Who's actually showing up?
That's why I said, what if Candace? It's going to be people. It's going to be a primary.
There's going to be a primary, but I think Candace is going to get walked.
Well, answer this question. What if he don't have the control of the powers that be? And they not, what if they put their new person in? Then what that do with him? Because remember,
they'll still have to spend a lot of money to unseat Cynthia. And I don't think they want to throw that kind of money at it. Right here.
I see that.
But here's the other thing about this, Mark. And
I'm
I
saying the
do
ones
value
who
your
run the
input.
I'm talking about the money, Trevor. Here, let me paint
I
this
know.
out. Then go ahead. Let me show the picture.
All right,
Let's
cool.
just
I'll
say,
put that down for a second.
just remember this: when Neely was running, his voting block told him all you need is 20% of the black vote. Did you hear what I said? 20%.
20%.
So what that other percentage? What did he get? 10 or 90% of it, right? That's why I'm saying the people that's backing him, if they take their support from him, he can't get all the black vote. That's just a point fact. He didn't beat Weaver in the black communities. He beat Weaver like 6-1 in the white communities. Let's just be honest, because that more they vote more than the black community do. Demetri Brown, good morning. So if he don't have that support and they take that support and they find him another candidate and they put him in, because I remember at one time Weaver was the darling. You got to think these people have supported both sides.
Okay.
So if they put their backing behind another person, what does that leave the mayor at?
See, here's where I'm going to go with it.
Okay.
If he doesn't have their backing,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to have to spend a ton of money to get him out of that mayor's seat. That's just fact. He's been mayor for a while. Incumbency, his name's been on the ballot. Name recognition. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a lot of press conferences lately. So people are saying, oh, he's an active mayor. Okay. So they're going to have to spend a lot of money to kick his ass out of that mayor's seat.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking pretty close to, I'd say, $1 million.
Okay.
A state rep seat doesn't cost as much as a mayor's seat from the things I've seen. I think it was a couple quotes from some political advisors. A state rep seat is closer to about $100,000
Mm-hmm.
to run for. Running against an incumbent, that triples in price. Now, the powers that be, they may not like Neely. They may go against him. Get him out of that mayor's seat. Now his money's cut off. They can still run Cynthia, and she's going to play ball because Neely's going to want to play ball because he got used to a certain lifestyle with that money. And now they can give him less just for that state rep seat. You see what I mean? Because I don't think there's any strong candidates right now that's going to run against her.
When did she become a strong candidate?
She didn't have to be.
That's what
name recognition.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
What name recognition is out there right now? We've got Michael Clack. Okay. Both his parents served as state reps. He's been on the school board, but his name hasn't been on the ballot as many consecutive times. And let's face it, the Clack name has been out of the public eye for quite a few years.
That's why I
So
said.
then you've got Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Candace doesn't really have a strong showing, and there's so much. I mean, fuck, we record city council. We don't take anything from city council down. That controversy will follow her, and that'll sink that campaign.
Did you just hear what you said? That controversy. And Mark Hutchinson, I'm gonna disagree with you and Trevor on that one. Said it ain't with the fight for them since Neely give them all the money. Right. That's what I'm saying. He give them all the money. Do you think they won't find their own person and put in that's gonna still give them the money? I think he just too, in my humble opinion, and y'all could be right, I could be wrong. I'm just disagreeing with y'all. I do believe they'll put some other people up in there that's still gonna give them the money. At the end of the day, they ain't gonna stop. Only reason I said with his wife, I feel if he don't win, I don't think. My thing is if they take that clerk office, get his hands from off of that clerk office, you'll probably have a better election, and you can really see who won, who really winning, and who losing. Long as that clerk office is gonna be corrupted as it is, I don't believe she been winning by all the votes she been winning by, in my humble opinion. But I can't say she ain't. But I'm just saying the way that she blew people out the first time, it finds me hard. I just find it hard to believe.
My next question is the folks behind the scenes, the ones with the money that run Neely. I don't think that he's lost their favor yet. He might have controversies surrounding him, but remember, they control the media in Flint.
Facts.
The only media they don't control is the Tanya Burns Show and 810 News Media Group. They can cover up a lot of those controversies for him.
And
whereas Candace, that state rep seat gets no fucking attention.
Dude.
None. When I ran, the only media outlets that reached out to me were you and Flint After Dark. Channel 12 wanted nothing to do with that. Why? Because it would show that Cynthia has some competition.
Yeah.
They wanted to make it look like it was just a blowout. No one was running.
Yeah.
If you take a look at the votes from that year, Cynthia took, I want to say, 80% of the vote. So now
you really thought she just took 80%, not 60%. She took the whole 80%.
Against the Republican that they ran against her? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
I don't even remember.
I thought you talked about it in the
primary. No, I think she walked a 50 plus 60.
And never had to talk and had no conversation.
Yeah, which, upsetting because Mr. Harris was there. I liked Mr. Harris. Not the gentleman from the ENA board, everyone.
I know
this
you're
guy,
talking about.
yeah, really good dude. Army vet, 19 years, artillery, so at least he wasn't a pogue. He had some great ideas. He and I agreed on a hell of a lot, for me being a Republican, him being a Democrat. And he lost out on that primary hard.
Dude, but she never showed up to nothing. And
she didn't show up to shit.
That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine the ones who run this thing? Because remember this, at the end of the day, they gonna get who they want. I just think with Neely and his pickings has been too controversial. The people that he put in there, like
they'll remove 2 or 3, make a point to Neely, keep your people quiet.
Right.
He's still gonna be mayor and she's still gonna be state rep.
Yeah. But see, I think eventually, man, she's gonna have. I think this year she's probably gonna have to do an interview. She's gonna probably have to do a debate, not interview. She's probably gonna have to get out there and be in a debate. But if they do that again, where she don't have to do no debates, yeah, you're right, she gonna win. And then I'm gonna go along and say he win. But I gotta sit back and see who they gonna put their money behind. Because remember this, they can probably tell the next guy they got, hey, just get 20% and we'll carry the rest. Why you think Neely, the stuff that he do stuff purposely for, you know what I'm saying? He tell you who his voting base is. He ain't no fool. That dude tell you who his voting base is. He already know. All I'm gonna get is probably 15 to 20% of the black vote. So why do I gotta go give them so much? I can do this and that and still, you know what I'm saying? He know what it is. When you go see he hold his, I'm just saying, man, to me, I just believe, in my humble opinion, that all the nonsense that he bringing on them, they got to bring somebody else in here that can lull the people to sleep, that they think is a unifier, and really he ain't. He's still going to carry their stuff out. They got to bring somebody else in because you got too many people who really, they starting to question a lot of stuff that's going on.
So,
and you can't have that.
Here's my take.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they don't want to switch horses middle of the race because Neely's got that name recognition, brand recognition. And I think we forget that Dennis is up on council and he's anti-Neely, and he represents one of the largest white portions of the city, except for Judy. Okay. Judy's ward doesn't get out and vote a lot. Dennis's does. Yeah, Tanya, thank you for showing up. Or sorry, Councilwoman Burns. Anyway, so putting out a new name, God damn it, Lyra, a new name to fight against Neely when they're having to fight against Dennis Pfeiffer in that ward, I think is not going to work for them. But we'll see who starts showing up.
I want to
probably come February.
I'm gonna go
who
with
the
March.
names are going to be. I think March will be a little bit too late because that's 1 month before you have to file. I think we're going to see people trying to get their name out there to gauge if they got support or not. Hi, Lyra. Hi, Lyra.
And that's why I want to sit back. I want to see where the support. Like I say, everything. I better give my point of view, who I'm looking at come March, because then I'll be knowing who gonna get behind who.
Yeah.
What's up,
Like
JB?
you'll start seeing them group up around March, but we'll start seeing names and a lot of names that guaranteed we will recognize.
Yeah, I know it.
Come
'Cause
February.
It's Flint. I just think.
Hey, good morning.
But
Jason.
I see what the councilwoman said, Tanya Burns, and good morning. She said she's not gonna do a debate. You know why she ain't gonna do a debate? Because she'll blow it.
Eh.
She will
Do we have
blow
to
it.
bring up the clip of her trying to read in front of the state legislature again?
That's what, and that's what I'm saying. Like to
That's
me,
why they didn't want
that's what I'm trying
the
to tell
third
you.
ward talking at city council meetings no more when she was running. She
But-
got up there, tried reading a letter twice, and we roasted her.
But do you honestly think? Let's be honest, Trevor. Let's be honest. Do you honestly think all them write-ins wrote in for her?
No, I think that was one person writing in for her a lot of time. No, that's my general take on it, right?
Let me see. Okay, well, they you right on. She said, according to Mr. Hudson, you want to start in February, is what he said in his TV interview a couple days ago. Okay, said in February.
Yeah, so February we'll start seeing the names come out and gauging if they have support, and then come March we'll see who they're grouping up with, trying to form slates or blocks.
Oh, you gonna see? I do think he gonna probably have to back away from the first ward. I do think, but see, I can't see him backing away from Liddell. Liddell was a strong. Now let me be honest. I'm
He's
just
got
telling
two
you.
horses in that race. He's got Liddell and LaShawn.
But this is just my point of view with the powers that be. This is what I'm just saying. The ones who run this. See, they will look at Liddell and look at Candace and be like, we can do something with them. I don't know, because Liddell kind of go off the hinges. But I could see them. No, ain't no council today. It's Wednesday, Cicero. I could see them saying we can work with Candace. At the end of the day, much as I don't agree with her on nothing, but I could see them saying we can work, because to me, her and Liddell showed they'd be good soldiers for the destruction of any city.
I'm not going to say for the destruction of any city, but I think that they will fight long and hard on anything you want them to, as long as they're getting what they want on the back end, just like me, right? I'm not going to go overseas and shoot someone if I'm not catching some really good benefits on the back end.
That's why I say a destruction of a community, because if they giving away money, they ain't thinking. Look at the second ward. You can't tell me the longer she been up in there, and you can say the second ward benefited her from being there. She upgraded it. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, she got that nice new car.
Yeah,
Dennis mistook.
Facts.
That got him called a racist again. Go figure.
Allegedly got her windows did, siding did, roof did.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the going package.
Third ward also get some renovations. Don't know from where, but get
Allegedly.
some renovations to her home. I'm just saying.
Even allegedly, the deacon, Satan's deacon, got his stuff did.
All right, look, we have to be more specific with which
Allegedly.
deacon, because wasn't there a deacon on ENA board? Did he get promoted? Is he now a full-on pastor? I mean, I think he would be counting as 3 or 4 pastors personally, but
That's why I said deacon, a deacon.
well, he was
Kojic.
also a
I say
deacon.
that.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah, Kojic deacon. He got one of the worst radio shows to come on Saturday.
There we go.
What
I mean,
about that?
I like that.
Okay,
He's very proud of his AM radio show when no one listens to AM anymore.
I'll go with that. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah.
Or
But I
how
still
about
think he's a deacon
Mr.
of
The
Satan.
father has, the mother has, blesses the child who has his own. I'm talking about that Flint water.
Especially when you're getting broke off. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Go get that money, you sell out.
Mickey, I got $225.
Hey, man, let me tell you, it's so bad when you can't get elected, when the people know you a sellout. You up for the highest bid. That's cold-blooded. When you up for the highest bid and the people don't believe in you, and you a deacon.
And you would think that the powers that be, the money behind everything, would be like, oh, we can just buy him for cheap.
Hey, no, they
And
could
they're
get
still
him.
sitting there going, no, we're
Yep.
not going with this one.
That's
We're not-
that tell you
That's a
when
bad
they don't
look.
even want to touch you. When they say don't touch him with a 10-foot pole, they probably
Mhm.
like, he'll give us what we want. He don't want that much. We can just, he wanted, what was it, $250 from Ashley Capital?
Yep.
We'll give him $700 for a year, and he'll probably give us everything we want up there. And we'll fight for it. And remember, he's part of the NAACP, the longest serving vice president in the history of it. So that all
First vice
that should
president,
let
right?
you know how good the NAACP is in Flint with a vice president like him.
Mhm.
Shout out to the crooked Deacon. Yeah, go ahead. My bad. I just wanted to give a shout out to him. Give a shout out to him.
No, he
Give a
gets
shout
the
out to
booze.
the deacon himself.
But yeah, so what are they going to try to do? Run him? No.
Oh, he done running.
That dude, you couldn't even get him on a walker to knock some doors, okay?
I heard allegedly, the deal that he signed with the mayor allegedly was for a lifetime of a scat pack and to keep coming in to cause problems when somebody running for that ward, depending on which one he want to run in.
The splitting votes, got it.
Yeah, he the splitting vote man. The deacon that will help split votes.
I mean, makes sense. Makes sense. And our first ward, I mean,
they gotta cut ties.
Yeah.
From what I just got a
honestly,
text.
I'm looking at it and I see one person that might be on Neely's side willing to go because they fucked up so hard on this side that they had nowhere else to go. Trying to cancel a rally and protest that wasn't even their own.
Dude, I from what I got some text messages. They said the councilwoman from the 6th Ward went up one side of them and came down the other side. And I came, and I like I said, I haven't watched it. I'm just telling people was giving me feedback. You know, they gave me a feedback. Said she came with more receipts. And he got a problem with taking pictures of people's houses. That's all. I was like, he taking pictures of people's houses? Allegedly. Is it allegedly? You got proof? Is that allegedly, family? You got proof? I'm just going to go with allegedly.
As
You taking pictures of people's houses?
As the beautiful Ms. Bev pointed out, he has PPOs on 9 different people. As the Councilman Burns points out, on those PPOs, there is not a Flint address. But of those 9 different people, he has sent pictures of their homes to his friends. He has sent addresses to his friends.
And ain't nothing wrong.
He's the one that went out and got PPOs.
Now tell me if doxing real.
Now, that's not doxing, right? But that is intimidation.
Dude, you send some pictures to, you send your address. I mean, sending people.
So doxing would be if we try to figure out who
did it.
JP's
Okay.
real name was. Doxing is a strictly internet thing. This,
right. This was just private.
This is, yeah, and
but that's even more dangerous.
Invasion of privacy and a implicit threat against safety. Oh, it is, JP. But
I'm just saying,
Mickey's been doxed and nothing fucking happened.
It sure don't. And Liddell was right on there. That's him.
Mm-hmm.
That's how geeked up she got. That's him.
Which, by the way, that profile that doxed you, I haven't seen it running around lately.
Let that page lie.
Yeah, it'll pop up in about 6 weeks.
Let it stay dormant.
It'll pop up in 6 weeks, start slow again, and then mid-election it's going to roar itself up and start attacking us again. Start attacking Councilwoman Burns. Start attacking Mr. Pfeiffer, and whoever is running for mayor, and then it's going to come after people in our chat, just like last time.
Seemed like the person worked for the mayor, allegedly.
It seems very protective of number 2.
Showed
very protective. So whoever's running against Liddell is probably going to get some nastiness leaked out about them.
But you know what? I remember some young lady. I don't remember her name, but she is from Maryland. She said that's what she ran. Liddell did that to her. She said she'd have her family working at social media, be doing this. She was like, she did that. Like she come in with her slander campaign, like with Doc. She did all this stuff. This is what she did. But this is the type of stuff that they brought in the Flint.
So
This is what they brought back to Flint.
about February, March of this year, people that we had formerly worked with that we had left on mostly amicable terms had been contacted by Liddell and others to give information. Like Flint is a dirty bitch when it comes to politics.
Now you see this, Lorna said, those that sent her our address and number, they can do a class action lawsuit on him, which is terrible. So basically he just was sitting out. So what if something happened to somebody? Then what? Do it fall back on him?
It depends if they can connect.
I mean, when you sent out addresses.
All right, so say I send out someone's address to you and something happens to them. If they can't connect whatever happened to them, say like an assault, if they can't connect that assault to you or to someone else that I know, then it's just me sending you an address. That's all it is. But the second that an assault happens on one of those 9 folks that can be directly tied to any of Leon's friends, then it falls back on them.
They ain't gonna do no homework. I can tell you that right now. Only Flint, they'd let you, they'd rather you go out bang bang instead of, you know what I'm saying? They'd rather just let you just go out bang. They don't take no threats seriously. That's why I kept telling people.
Cold case.
Yeah.
Councilwoman Burns, you're still in the chat, I hope. Do you know how much in 23, 22 that the city of Flint spent on cold cases to hire temporary staff to help work through them because they had such a backlog?
Downright diabolical.
And every time that they don't catch a lead within, I want to say, a week, they call it a cold case. Because Flint police, we've got thugs, lazy thugs that are just happy to mace people on the street. And 2, the ones that do work like motherfuckers. But, and here's the but, there's always that comma, but there's too few of them actually doing the hard work in Flint. If they don't get something immediately, they have to move on to the next one because there's always something happening. Those cold case files stand taller, than I do. And they just keep growing. So no, the cops ain't going to do shit if anything happens to any of them because they ain't going to catch a lead within the first so many hours. Hell, the fire that they put on Pastor, I believe
Thompson and Thompson.
Hogue. I was thinking of Pastor Hogue.
Hogue Smith, where he got threatened. Pastor Thompson Church got set on fire.
Exactly, right? There's 2 that makes it in this case a serial arsonist. They have pictures of the guy. They have literal online threats of the guy. They had the gas cans where they could have fingerprinted. Mind you, I believe fingerprinting is a pseudoscience because there's no way that everyone's fingerprints on Earth is unique. But they had everything they needed. They could have gotten DNA, epithelials. They had fucking cameras around the block. You can't go anywhere in Flint without a camera watching you. And they left the gas cans out in the rain. And they didn't collect them.
No, the water going. But that's what I'm saying. Then all the information that Tanya Vanna White Burns did, the display what she put down when I went to her press conference, they got the pictures and everything, and you know what, and the stuff that they was told. But remember, allegedly,
I had a clip from her show. I believe I had her producer's permission, and she ran through it all. She ran through it not like a sprint, but a marathon from piece to piece to piece to piece. She missed her calling as a fucking police investigator. In my opinion.
You see what they told her? We got to get some people to identify him. I was there when a private investigator was there at a press conference and said, hey, pointed it out. Hey, who you in the picture with? Can that person identify him, and it happened to be Liddell Lewis, the councilwoman. In the picture,
Right.
did the police go talk to her? I'm just
Probably,
saying.
but not about that. They probably
Yeah.
told her, "Hey, so when do you need that ride to city council, Councilwoman Lewis?" Because
That's
the police definitely talked to her, just not about that.
fact. But that's what I'm saying. They talked about everything but that, and then pictures
They
out
talked
here.
about
Then
the
you get the
weather in
police
China.
chief. Oh, I'm not going to be chasing no social media. But damn, you put you put one of y'all special forces on Jed. You brought the Gestapo out to find Jed for doing a peaceful
I'm sorry,
protest.
I didn't hear that about the chief before.
Oh, you didn't know he can't. Yeah, he
I'm
made
not going to
a
be chasing
statement.
social media. All right, hey, Chief Green, with no respect whatsoever.
Oh shit.
Man, fuck him. Anyway, with no respect whatsoever, why don't you call up any precinct in Chicago or New York City, or hell, we can come on down here to Miami, call up any precinct, ask to talk to their chief, and see how many crimes are solved from social media. If your ass is too lazy to literally look on social media and find the threats and the pictures of the dude, then maybe you don't deserve that badge. That's just my opinion.
See, Lorna said my niece's father has a security with bid business and cybersecurity too, and I have had him do some investigation for me. I know you.
Yeah, I've done some shit on social media. Hell, the Army has an entire, I'm not even kidding you, the U.S. Army has an entire job, an MOS dedicated to finding people of interest on social media while we are in country. We went and raided houses based on social media posts and found weapons caches, IED manufacturing facilities. We found people of interest that had shot at us prior. And this man is too lazy to pull up Facebook.com. All right.
He just said he wasn't gonna let social media, but you know why? Because to me, they did such a sloppy job that he knows it's gonna lead back to individuals. That's no different than when
That's just protecting people. He gave a bad excuse to make himself look bad. He's willing to take that hit. Just like, what was it? Clyde, blame me? No.
I don't want Clyde. It was Ed Taylor.
Ed Taylor. I mean, I'm sorry. They're the same person, just one has a better suit. Anyway, blame me. The chief just took that hit. Blame me. I'm not willing to do this hard work.
For $100,000 job. When I pick my check up, I'll be like this when I get it. Yeah, blame me.
Oh, yeah.
Blame me. It's my fault.
Shit, you can give me 50,000. I'll be like, what do you want me to confess to?
See, I'm with Mark Hutchinson on this.
Yeah. And here's the fun thing. Just like with John Cole, just like with several others throughout the city that have been tied to the mayor, the second that someone gets caught up and catches some cuffs, the mayor doesn't know shit. Liddell won't know shit. Oh, he was just there and I don't know him and we just got a picture taken together. That's it. The mayor said, oh, John Cole was an acquaintance. That man was at every rally, at every birthday party. He was sitting there hugging on Cynthia and him. That man has been going to his church. That man had been going to city council meetings. Hell, I saw that man at school board meetings, and he looked like he wanted to fight. Hell, he tried to fight Clack at a school board meeting over a Neely supporter.
No, remember, he was trying to fight the teacher. He was trying to fight, and Clack had to step in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He tried fighting that teacher because that teacher said something about
and that was a female teacher, by the way.
Yes. God. She ran against Tanya in 20. Claudia Perkins.
Oh.
That teacher had said something about Claudia. Johnny wanted to fight her. Isn't Claudia a Neely girl? I'm glad the 6'4" dodged that bullet. And what's she gonna do? She's
Come
gonna
at
look at me with her half blind
Oh,
eyes.
man.
She's
cut
gonna
it.
send another pedophile to come touch me. All right, welcome to Florida.
We at the 2 hours, family. See y'all.
Have a good one, folks.
Peace, family. You gonna have me